Closing arguments today in the David Watson trial, a former Tucson firefighter charged with 3 murders.
Watson is accused of killing his ex-wife, her mother, and mother's friend. The death of Linda Watson in 2000 and the 2003 murders of her mother, Marilyn Cox, and friend Renee Farnsworth were cases that had gone cold until Watson's second wife changed the alibi she gave for David Watson.
9 on your sides. Priscilla Casper is live outside the courthouse with a wrap-up of closing arguments.
Good evening, Guy and Whitney. After 7 weeks of testimony from more than 60 people and more than 500 pieces of evidence, this case is coming to a close as jurors listen to the closing arguments to decide whether or not David Watson is guilty. Now, the judge asked jurors to take a look over the facts and decide if Watson is guilty. Prosecutor Jonathan Mosher says David Watson was so determined to keep custody of his daughter, Jordan, he killed his ex-wife, Linda, to keep her away from a custody hearing.
Linda Watson was murdered. There's no question about that. This case was an ambush, an assassination. It's first-degree murder of Marilyn and Renee. No question. This is Jordan Watson. The defendant would do anything to keep her, including kill. And now it's time for you to hold him accountable for killing Renee Farnsworth, Marilyn Cox, and Linda Watson.
You can't do better with and still have the detail.
Now, defense attorney Natasha Ray explained to jurors that Linda Watson had a lot of things going on in her life during the time she went missing. She was fired from her job, had a drinking problem, and was having problems with her ex-boyfriend Carl, making Carl seem like the suspect.
Linda Watson may have been murdered, but it wasn't at the hand of this man. Renee and Marilyn, they were murdered, but it wasn't as a result of Dave. Other people are responsible for what happened to these 3 women. You have heard testimony for 7 weeks now. At no point have you heard an admission out of Dave's mouth through 16 years of these cases progressing. At no point have you heard any evidence linking him to these particular incidents.
Now, both sides had 2 hours to convince the jury today. Now it's in their hands to decide whether or not David Watson is guilty for murdering 3 women nearly a decade ago. Reporting at the Pima County Superior Courthouse, Priscilla Casper, KGUN 9 on your side.